Hi, and welcome to the second episode of the Mystery Box Podcast. We're back from, what did we go to? The Let's Play Expo in Plano. My name is Mark, and joined today, as always, James Party.
Hi, it's me.
Today we have a full cast. We have special guest Frank Rasco.
Hello, I'm Frank.
My brother David.
Hello.
And another James Rasco.
Hello, I'm the other James.
The other James.
We have two James this time.
I'm his brother.
So,
Yes.
I like the fact that we spent a couple of minutes before this podcast, before we started recording, going over the order of when we're going to of who we're going to say. We're going to go with James, then other James, and Frank, then me. We just threw that out the window. All the planning gone to waste.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to keep you on your toes. Seat your pants.
We did a lot of test runs. Hopefully we can upload them maybe as like a bonus video or something.
Behind the scenes.
One of them for sure.
Dear God.
Just so you guys know, we're new to this podcasting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
We don't know what we're doing.
If you can tell by the first episode, we are all learning, especially the editor.
Yeah. Is the audio quality better
The
this
editor,
episode?
who is also the host.
Editor.
Oh boy.
There's a reason for that. We don't have to get into that now, but
No. Let's get into that.
okay.
We gotta
Well,
wait for,
it
hour
turns
one.
out there's a setting where you need to hook up the specific microphone. Turns out we didn't use the $50 microphone last time. Instead, we used the default laptop microphone.
I don't think that was the laptop microphone. It picked up pretty well.
It was the laptop mic.
It was a microphone.
Well,
Oopsie
That was
daisies.
the
oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it sounded very good for the first episode, but
It did, though.
now it sounds better with the actual microphone that we have.
Yeah.
As long as you try.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're trying.
try.
Which is a lot better than what you're doing, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. You know who you are.
Who the hell's Kyle?
Kyle's the one.
You know who he is.
He knows who he is.
Who?
All right.
Just don't worry about it.
All
Who
right.
are you?
We'll get back to Kyle later.
Kyle can wait. We're going to get back on track. We mentioned at the top of this that we're back from the Expo, the Let's
Yes.
Play Expo from Plano.
Yes.
You went there?
Yes, that was...
It was
Nice.
fun.
It was. Go ahead and explain what the Let's Play Expo was, James.
It is basically just a video game convention in Plano, which is just a little bit farther from Dallas. And it's just... They had a bunch of used video games, and they had a bunch of... they had like a huge Smash Brothers tournament going on in the background.
Nice.
And a giant free-to-play arcade. It was really cool. It was
Yeah.
all games.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really intimidating Smash Brothers tournament that was happening. There was...
Oh yeah, like a legit, like huge Smash Brothers
Yeah, because
Evo tournament.
Was it
going
like-
on.
we've all been to like the Smash Brothers tournament at like TSDC, which is just a college campus held by like students there.
Yeah.
Whereas at a place like that, it's like
Oh, yeah.
everyone's competitive. Everyone's been training for years.
There
Everyone-
might be people from out of state.
Everyone there had a YouTube channel, for sure.
Well, it's a
No.
It's a Let's
Twitch
Play.
channel. Twitch channel. That's for Major
Twitch
League
streaming.
Games.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What about what you're saying?
Well, the
Remember
professionals
the...
would have a Twitch and a YouTube stream.
That's just
That's
godlike.
just breaking the terms of service.
Going by that, remember the Guitar Hero when that used to be like really big?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
oh
It was
yeah.
like
They
a-
had a tournament at
Yeah.
Walmart and FX Games at the mall.
People competitively played
Yeah.
Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like-
it was a thing.
I lasted
Yeah.
one round, I think.
Yeah, Walmart. It was. They literally had a table set up at the front of Walmart behind the registers,
Yeah.
and it was literally just a cheapo TV. They had like one person, two
Yeah.
people there, like just writing down like four people's names.
So you
'cause
did
that's
it.
all that showed up.
Good job.
Was
Or
this...
not really showed. It was just whoever was there.
I mean,
just-
this was like years ago
give it a
when
try.
like Guitar
When
Hero
it,
was like
coming
at
out.
its peak.
I'm
Yeah.
picturing all these grandmas, like, coming up behind you, like, getting groceries, and you guys are playing Eye of the Tiger.
Actually,
Hardcore.
they only had the demo, and the
Yeah.
only song we played was "The Metal" by Tenacious D.
Oh, really?
And that's about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song.
Yes.
I was gonna say, have you ever gone to like game competitions? You know, other than the one that we've gone to ones on college campus.
Yeah.
But like legit, like
Like when people get
Tournaments?
people get paid to do this.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
no.
I've been to one at it was just at Hollywood Video back when that existed.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And it was before I think Brawl came out, so it was Smash Brothers Melee,
Oh.
and I was like, I'm pretty good at Smash Brothers. I'm good at Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
And I lost to someone who named their character God.
Wow.
I remember that very distinctly. It's
He
like
smited me.
I was smitten.
Smitten by him.
So yeah, that was when I was probably in middle school or something. I was really young.
Wow.
Right.
So back to
Oh yeah,
Plano.
yeah. The Let's Play gaming thing. we had some cool games there. I bought a Dreamcast.
Really?
Which you won't shut up about.
I love it.
No offense, I'm pretty sure the Dreamcast is great, but still.
It is.
Did you get the first or second generation?
I don't know.
Is it very boxy with a red circle around the...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It's funny because the Dreamcast console costs less than the games. I paid $50 for the console and $70 for Street Fighter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, dude.
And then when I got home, it wasn't working.
Oh.
No, it was no. Here's the thing about that. It would just power off like every 20 minutes, just randomly.
Did you blow in it?
It's a disc, so that doesn't work. But
that was my phone dropping.
what was it? It kept doing that, and I looked it up, and apparently that's a common problem with Dreamcasts.
Yeah.
And then I went to the mall. And it's like, hey, can you repair a Dream? How much would that cost? And like, honestly, it would just be cheaper to just buy a new Dreamcast.
That's crazy.
And then I went back home, and now it works perfectly. So I don't know what the deal was. I played for like 3 hours last night, and it didn't turn off at all.
Different time zones, maybe.
Different time zones?
I don't think that works.
Oh, the magnets in there.
Plano is in a different time zone.
Something about the moon too.
So going back to what I just asked, I was actually thinking of the Genesis and not the Dreamcast.
Oh.
That's what to say. Is like
Womp womp.
There's a difference.
Is it like a giant white? Is it like
it's not really. It looks like an Xbox controller, Xbox 360 controller.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Very sharp looking
It has
and
like
more
a
square.
You can put a VMU on it, so it's like a little like Tamagotchi screen. The Dreamcast looks like a really fat CD player.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it does play CDs. So
I mean,
so I just kind of bought a Dreamcast on a whim, and I really like it.
Do you have Jet Set Radio?
Just a radio?
No, but it's on the list. Oh yeah, so we should talk about the games we played at the arcade.
Yeah, okay, so they had a free play arcade there, and it was a pretty big selection.
Oh yeah. Kind of hidden.
Yeah.
Was there Street Fighter?
No.
Really?
Maybe they
Not
had
even
like Street Fighter 2, and I think it might have been being played.
Yeah, they had a ton of pinball games.
Okay, like when you're saying arcade, you mean like actual like joysticks and buttons?
Yeah, there was
there's
a
like
whole...
70
Were there like
cabinets.
a bunch of like knockoff
grown men?
Because like these like knockoff fighting games like this is
they were all legit.
Street Fighter.
Did they have original arcade cabinets, or were the new modern ones with all of the
like the original?
Yeah, they're the originals. They're legit.
Some of them weren't working.
I can't remember any of the names, but we did play a game that was a tank controller. I'm sure you can look this up.
Oh yeah.
It gives you like a weird little like before its time VR visor. You just basically stick your face up into the machine, and you have two sticks, and essentially the left one controls your left treads, and your right one controls your right treads. So you have to like
alternate them.
Alternate them if you want to.
Basic tank controls.
Yeah, I've driven
literal tank control.
That checks out, I'm sure.
It's cool. What year do you think that game came out?
Oh my god, probably the
1920.
Everything was a wireframe.
Yeah, everything was wireframe. And they also had synth music in the background, which was extremely appropriate. I thought that was great.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Playing over.
Extremely appropriate for war.
What's
war? I really felt like I'd jump back in time for a minute.
It was cool.
Is that like medieval music?
No, medieval music.
What's Sith?
Frank.
We didn't go to medieval times.
Did you say Sith music?
Yeah, what is it?
Like a Sith Lord?
Yeah.
No more copyright.
Boom, boom.
I'm sure that sounds great in playback.
Speaking of, didn't you play a Star Wars game?
We did play a Star Wars. Yeah, so there was also another Star Wars game right next to the tank controller.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised how ahead of the time that this little arcade game felt. Because you were essentially going in like a quick edit version of the first couple of movies, the first couple of Star Wars movies, I should say. All the scenes with the fighter jets. I thought it was an on rail shooter for a while, but then I realized that you can turn around, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready.
So whenever you said that you like turn around and stuff, was it VR or just like actual joysticks? And stuff?
It was in first person, and you had no, it wasn't that one. It was in first person. You had a control stick, and you could essentially just turn it around. I don't know how else to explain it. You turn it around.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note, like like VR old arcade games, were there any zombie shooter games like that?
No.
Because
really?
Oh,
Because
man, really?
those things are everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere
those are
now.
pretty modern, actually. Like
Really?
Time Crisis and House of the Dead.
Oh,
Yeah, those are fairly
I remember that was the
no,
game. It was that
quote-unquote.
what's it called? That pizza place, Peter Piper Pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chuck E. Cheese.
And any place, really.
And Freddy Fazbear's.
And
that doesn't exist.
And what is it? The Rockefeller explosion.
There were a couple of like fun things that were there. There were kind of like hidden things.
There was this one game I wanted to mention that was really old, and I think it was called like Torrent or Torment.
Oh man, I didn't look at any of the
But
names.
do you remember which one it is? The one where you
I think I do.
move, you use a dial to like move the character around this like circle, and you're shooting into the background. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah, it's like it feels like you're going down a full pipe.
Oh yeah, and then when you clear the level, you like shoot through the pipe. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please email us at themysteryboxcast@gmail.com and type yes and hit send.
Is that your official Gmail?
Yes, please.
And also please
and also
put in your social security number.
do that.
And address.
Do that and your phone number. We just want to collect data. We're like Google. We're just collecting data. We're not going to tell you what it's
Mind
for.
that data.
We don't worry about it.
So there were a couple funny things that we saw there. There was somebody who had made a Felix Jr. arcade cabinet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me about
that's
that.
cool.
That sounds like really cool.
They essentially just put a flash game into a TV and then built a cabinet around it and recreated it.
You can play that game online.
Yeah.
The Fix It Felix game.
No.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
funny
they
that it's funny that it existed. I thought that was great.
And they had it right next to the Donkey Kong one, and they look like the same.
And they also had a Ranma 1/2 game for the SNES.
Really?
I didn't know there was a.
just lying there.
Yeah, it was just on, and I.
It was like an
That's cool.
RPG. It
Yeah.
was like a Final Fantasy, but you wake up in the wrong.
The Tendo household.
Tindo, yeah.
Nintendo.
You just wake up in their house and the panda's there, and you can talk to him.
It was really interesting.
And then you're like, all right, this is boring.
We were walking around for a while, and I was just like, "Wait, that's Ranma 1/2," and I just had to stop everything.
Everyone stop.
And then everyone froze.
Please.
What other games did we play at the arcade? We played the Neo Geo cabinet, which has like Metal Slug and King of Fighters.
Yeah.
That's,
The old
yeah.
stuff.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love King of Fighters.
Metal Slug 2 was the one we always played at CC's.
They had one there.
Man.
Yeah, they
That's
had that
awesome.
one there.
I want a Neo Geo cabinet.
I want a good arcade somewhere here. We live in Waco. Around here, there aren't any more arcades. There used to be some good ones, but
It is by far the quietest town that I've seen.
Yeah.
There used to be one at the mall, and then it went away.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And then it came back with worse games.
Well, all brand new ones. They're all
They're all
Quote unquote
flashy
new.
and
they're all apps.
yeah.
They're all apps you can download.
Like Flappy Bird
like
and
like Cut the
Bejeweled.
Rope.
or just the games you can get tokens from at Peter Piper's.
Yeah, Deal or No Deal.
They even have one of those like big round ones you just stand around with all the lights going over it.
You gotta hit the button.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still like arcade games at the movie theater that's near here. And,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Those like switch out
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
games.
They used to have Dead or Alive 2, my favorite arcade game ever,
Yeah.
and then they
They
got
used
rid
to
of
have,
it.
Like a punchy machine too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you
still have that.
you got the
broke
high
my hand.
score on that.
Yeah, I did.
And broke your hand.
Yeah, I did. It hurt.
It was worth it though.
Yeah.
They have like
No, I got the high school because I literally just punched the
Oh yeah.
the flat board that you're not supposed to hit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so
it hurts.
James just
Okay,
moved
yeah, it
the
was James
little punching bag
before
away
him.
and just punched the plate, and it just
Oh
made
my
the
God.
loudest noise.
Yeah.
We were like, we gotta go.
Everyone just
we gotta get out of here.
it was hilarious to watch because
We're too powerful.
it was like everyone gathered around James and he just punches it and makes a loud ringing noise. Everyone's just gone in the next second.
Go. The movie theater people are
And
coming.
employee.
That's exactly what happened. There was like 2 employees that like rushed over, like, what happened? Who did that? Who
yeah,
did this?
if you're not familiar with that game, there's like an arcade game, I guess, where it's just a
Yeah.
punching bag and it measures how
how
strong.
you are.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
strong you could punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giving you like
James hit the board. I hit the punching bag, but it hurt so much. It's just like making long, like
Yeah,
popping
the
sound.
thing's
It,
supposed to
hurt.
that's supposed to minimize
Pain.
pain and force and
Yeah.
whatever.
But like,
It didn't.
It didn't.
no, it didn't.
it's supposed to
hitting a
measure
wall.
the force of the bag hitting the plate, but I hit the plate by itself.
Yep.
And
he won.
Yeah. Yeah, the high score on that one from, I think, 500 to 900 something.
Max.
Yeah.
Is there any other big games we played? We bought a few games.
Yeah.
I bought
Overwatch?
No,
let's
Overwatch
go ahead and talk about
different.
games real quick. I bought Mario Party 4, a classic. I bought
a game that probably none of us will play with you again because Mark's just through with it.
What game?
Mark just hates Mario Party.
I don't like Mario Party. This is a fact.
I mean,
I don't mind this being recorded for all of
fun.
time and space. I hate Mario Party.
I don't think that's
But it's
ever
for
going to
fun.
change.
I mean, I'll still play it. I'll
Yeah.
still play
I
and have a
love
little bit of
Mario
fun. I'll still get upset whenever I lose, but I'll still play it.
I don't even care when I lose. I'm just honestly happy that the game is over.
Really? Oh, okay. But when me and James, not you, James, the other one.
Yeah.
We didn't have Nintendo stuff.
We had PlayStation.
Yeah, we had PlayStation stuff, so we didn't get to play Mario Party.
Yeah,
We always
Oh,
played.
you lucky.
Yeah, you know.
We have two opposing families here. One that has PlayStation, one that has Nintendo.
You can just coexist, guys.
Yeah, we coexist.
No Xbox, none whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, no Xbox.
Get those Xboxes away.
And then I get Pac-Man World 2. That game does not hold up. That game is garbage.
Oh wow.
That game, I rented and beat as a kid.
How do you mess up Pac-Man?
Well,
Pac-Man-
I'll tell
as
you.
a game, how do you mess it up?
Pac-Man
I'll
is
tell
so
you.
simple. You just run around a
Yeah.
maze and collecting orbs and try to get away from ghosts.
I don't-
But they've made it so complicated to where now he's like a 3D human
Yeah.
thing.
The Pac-Man World games are kind of like Crash Bandicoot, trying to play off like Mario 64 and like be 3D. But
Well, the
It
first
got,
ones were 3D.
yeah, well, it's
Really?
got like
Yeah.
it's got like the worst camera.
Oh.
It ruins the game when you're trying to like move the camera and there's just trees everywhere.
Is it like a top view, or is it like
No, it's
looking at the 3D? Is it like
Does it look like
actually like
Bubsy?
you're there?
it alters, but it's
Okay.
usually behind you.
It just
and
doesn't look good.
You gotta fight the camera.
Oh, okay.
The really cool thing though is that you can unlock the better Pac-Man games.
Oh.
Yeah.
And get like Pac-Mania and stuff, which is what I mostly played as a kid on there. But that game was like $10, so why not? And then I got a Dreamcast. Got Street Fighter 3, which is probably my favorite one.
Costed more than console itself.
It was
Yeah.
worth it.
Really worth it.
I think that's all the games I got.
Yeah. There were a couple of things that I did get. I did get Metal Gear Solid for the PS1. That's the third time I own this game.
Third
I
time.
love this game so much.
You only have one copy now?
I have two
No,
physical copies and
Okay.
one digital download.
What do you have?
But you have- and you have twin
buy it
sticks.
again.
You might as
So-
well delete that by now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have it downloaded on the PS3,
Mm-hmm.
and then I bought it again. Technically,
Yeah.
it's the remake for the GameCube called Twin Snakes.
Oh, okay.
And then, so really, this is the first time I own
The original.
the original
Yeah.
on-
PS1.
for the PS1.
Greatest
So
hits.
Going by PS1 games, isn't it like
2 discs.
two discs?
It's
Yeah,
2
yeah,
discs.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
You got it stupid cheap.
yeah, so like I wasn't really planning on buying it. I just saw it at a vendor and I picked it up. There's a price sticker on it that said $3.
What?
Yeah, that game could
Dude.
easily be like
Yeah, that is
20 at least. And
Actually, I think they retail
Brand
for like
new.
$60.
Yeah, dude,
still.
brand
Wow.
new. That stuff.
Yeah.
People
Hundreds.
could like sell that for $200
Yeah,
and people
man.
would still buy it.
well, it's got a crack case, which
Well,
is
Oh well, that diminished the
I mean,
value.
you can always get, like, a-
intensely.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
you can
it-
buy those cases blank
disc?
and just put
Yeah.
them in there.
Yeah.
Disc is fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
we used to do that with DVDs.
I'm not
We
fickle.
always, like,
I can have a crack
I
case.
hate
Cases.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
thought
I just like the guy was like, "Ooh, that is not supposed to be $3." And then he's like,
But you already saw the price, so
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you for $3.
technically,
So
I
you
mean,
honored
basically,
the
that's what he
price?
said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think he gave it to you for 5. He was like,
Five.
"You know what? It'd take too long to look this up. I'll sell it to you for 5 if you don't tell anyone."
Yeah.
And now I'm telling everyone
that's okay.
worldwide.
Yeah.
It's too late now. That convention was a week ago.
Sorry,
Yeah.
vendor guy.
So what was the
Sorry,
vendor's
vendor.
name? What
Um,
was the name of his booth?
Game Sharks FX.
It's
Okay.
Game Sharks. His name is Robert Smith.
Robert
we have
singer
no
from The
information
Cure.
backing that up.
Is it Robert
Well,
Smith? I think.
I
Oh.
don't know.
I thought you're a
maybe.
big Cure head.
Oh, Big Cure Head.
Yeah. I guess I took
I
you
like the
for-
music so much I don't even care about who sings it.
I guess I was wrong about you.
I think that wraps it up.
Is there anything else you want to mention about the convention?
I also bought 2 other games. I bought Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube.
Nice.
You still need to buy another controller for that game.
Yeah. I don't even have a second GameCube controller, so that's just a waste until I get the other GameCube controller. I also bought Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door for the GameCube.
Have you played
based
that yet?
on my recommendation?
Cool.
Yeah, I've had several people tell me that that's the best version. James was a big advocate for 1,000-Year Door. So I bought it just based off of that. I'm excited to play it. I'm
excited to hear your thoughts about it.
Hopefully on the next podcast I'll have played it.
Future episode of Mystery Box. Anyway.
Next time.
Next time. It's not over yet. How do you like it so far?
We still got an hour to go.
Yeah. Oh, this is not over yet.
All right, so that wraps it up for Plano, I think.
Oh,
yeah. How's the drive to Dallas?
Yes.
Plano.
Okay, so driving there wasn't too bad. Getting back, I have it here on my list of notes, and this bullet point just says traffic in Dallas is literally hell on earth. And
what time did y'all leave to go there? And what time did you leave?
6-ish?
Leave there.
We left at
at night. 6.
What time did you guys leave to go there? What time did you leave to get out there?
We left around 11 or 12.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Okay.
When you were leaving,
it was like 5.
Oh yeah, that's.
You gotta think about
Wait, 5 in the morning or
worker
afternoon?
people.
We left at 5 in the afternoon.
And this was this is Father Day weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
We left at hell hour.
Hell.
Okay. For anyone who doesn't live in Texas at all, once it hits 5 o'clock in Dallas, traffic goes from an hour drive to about 3-hour drive.
It's I don't
immediately.
know how people live
Not to mention
there.
the fact that there's a lot of
And we are back. Something stopped the recording, and we
by something you mean the Windows update.
Our computer updated, and so it's been an hour now.
Yeah.
We just went in the other room and played some video games and came back. So,
we really were worried that we lost 25 minutes of audio.
So that entire hour, I'm the most
Just
disappointed, and I was depressed for like an hour, thinking that we just lost 30 minutes of audio recording.
I saw it on your face. We were playing a very fun game, and I could just see the anger and depression on your face.
I felt like I looked like I was dead inside.
Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
But I was, so we were really excited that the audio saved. But anyway.
By some miracle, it saved.
Yeah.
All right, so back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about
the drive to Dallas, which is
fine.
Yeah.
But getting out of Dallas, which is awful.
Yeah, it is.
We got redirected like 8 times.
Yeah, so I was the one driving, and Mark has a GPS.
The navigator.
If you're stuck in like the far right lane, you're stuck there.
Yeah.
You won't be able to get out, and you just have to go around.
Whatever lane you're in, you're stuck in that one until traffic dies out, or
Someone's
you get
like
out of your
really
car
nice.
and walk away.
It was
Yes.
awful.
Or if someone's like
Leave your
really
car.
nice, it's like, help me, please, please let me go.
We went around in circles.
Not likely.
I think we circled around Dallas like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. It was,
One of the times, I should say, the GPS lied to us and told us to stay left. And I was like, there's a sign that says exit Waco right. And it's like, pretty sure we need to go right. And then Mark's like, no. Don't go against the GPS this time. It's like, all right. And then we go by it, and it's like, recalculating. It's like,
it was a
wasn't even my fault this time.
a miserable experience.
So we I had like an extra 40 to 50 minutes in Dallas.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's Dallas.
If you live in Dallas, how do you do it every day?
Yeah, like I was expecting people to be a bit more savvy to traffic and a lot more helpful, but like everybody's just as unhelpful as anywhere else.
There's just this one part where just everyone's just rude
suddenly
on the road.
Yeah.
And then for like the next day, I was like driving like that. Because Waco traffic is nothing like Dallas traffic.
Yeah.
I'm just like going in and out of lanes like, I don't have to be this aggressive. So So yeah, looking forward to driving to Austin next week.
Oh yeah, I believe Austin is either just as bad or worse.
I don't think people are as angry as Dallas for some reason.
Just make sure when you're going, you don't go during any kind of convention or outdoor event, because you will be stuck.
Guess what? RTX 2016 coming up July 1st through 3rd.
It's gonna be
in 2 days.
It's gonna be July 5th, the day after Independence Day.
I hope you like sitting in your car.
Maybe they'll be at work.
Hey, maybe you could see like fireworks that happen the day after
during the day
from the distance.
The times you got
from the distance in your car
is 9 and 5. Just think about the Dolly Parton song.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton song.
All right,
working from 9 to 5.
Anyway,
podcast question of the week: what's your favorite Dolly Parton song? Email us at themysteryboxcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Jolene.
Yeah, Jolene slowed down.
Slowed down.
There's a YouTube video somebody put up with Dolly Parton's Jolene slowed down to I don't remember what
speed, I think.
Specifically. They slowed down the record, and it sounds like a soulful man singing it.
I think I prefer that one.
Bluesy. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's surprising. Jolene is already a good song, but it also sounds even better slowed down.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Anyway, what games have you been playing?
Recently we pulled out Dead or Alive 5, and I forgot that I love that game.
That game's great.
So the reason why Mark pulled that out after so long of not playing it is because before we were playing Super Smash Brothers.
I'm really gonna bring this up.
We're gonna bring this up.
Yes, we are.
We were playing Super Smash Brothers. It was me, Mark, and James party. James was just wrecking us. And
I'm not about to be called out on my own podcast. So we were playing Dead or Alive 5.
Okay.
And that game is really good. And like the problem with Dead or Alive is you can't just say to somebody out on the street that you just met, hey man, I really like Dead or Alive 5. I think it's a competent fighter, because the person on the street's going to be like, oh sure, you play that game for the fighting. That's right, you like the fighting.
I'm pretty sure they would just say, who the hell are you? Get out of here.
Who are you, random person?
Where am I?
What do you want from me?
But yeah,
who are you people?
Despite what the game looks like and like all of the obvious like
the game looks amazing.
Sex appeal and
the fan service.
Yeah.
That game is a very competent 3D fighter, probably my favorite. There's like so many mechanics in there that I don't, well, to be honest, I don't play too many 3D fighters, but that game's got really, really smart mechanics.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
Don't you wish women in real life looked like the girls from Dead or Alive?
Oh yeah, sure.
Do you remember that?
I know I do.
Going back to Smash Brothers tournaments, the one we went to on our campus, there's a guy there that felt the need to be the commentator.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
And that's a thing he said to a girl he was talking to.
Oh yeah.
Who I think got immediately uninterested as soon as he said that.
Yeah.
I believe she was uninterested the moment he walked up to her.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, "Don't you wish girls in real life look like the girls in Dead or Alive?"
Why? Why would anyone ask that to anyone?
It's not a conversation starter.
No, it's not.
And then he played Beat Mania on the computer and didn't play Smash Brothers.
Now we're calling you out, Greg Pazinski.
Greg, or whoever your name is.
Hello, Greg.
We know.
Announcer kid from that one tournament.
Unofficial announcer.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing. You been playing anything, James? Rasco?
Overwatch.
Yeah? You've been playing a lot recently?
Yeah, playing that McCree.
Playing that McCree.
Yeah.
The supposedly most hated character in Overwatch.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate...
I think I've heard about Overwatch.
Yeah, Bastion.
Bastion. If you're not good at a character, you're not playing it right. So
wise words, yes.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers.
But Bastion.
Unless you're playing as Bastion,
terrible.
then you can get out.
There's always someone else that can counter it.
Yeah. Like with Torbjorn's turrets, you could easily just like counter with sniping with Widowmaker and Hanzo.
Not Pharah.
Oh, God. No, Pharah.
Pharah, if you have her ultimate, you can completely destroy all the turrets in the one area. If you're McCree, the easiest way to get rid of him is find a wall to hide behind, line up your sights when he's out in the open, then fix your sights on him, and then just use your left stick to move back and forth out of cover. That way you can move out, shoot, move back, move out, shoot. That way he doesn't just kill you in one sweep. Yeah.
I think my favorite character might be Sinatra.
Symmetra.
That's what he said.
No,
he said Indian goddess.
He said Sinatra.
Dolly Colton.
Never mind.
Symmetra.
I'm the only one here, I think, who doesn't own Overwatch yet.
I mean, you have a PS4. You could easily just buy it.
I know.
It's worth it.
It is.
Yeah, it
I also have to get
definitely
PS Plus.
But-
that way, the three of us could actually play a couple rounds
I
together.
should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if Frank buys a PS4, we can all four play as.
I don't
Oh
play
my
it.
god.
But I think
Yeah.
my biggest problem about Overwatch is like it doesn't have a story mode. But like
I
I mean,
think
Well,
just-
you get the
I mean like you
story
could just
from
like
all the-
read the like you know
the wiki.
but like you have the game. Should only be in the game. You don't have to like. I mean, usually when playing a game, it's like all the stuff is inside the game. But like, I
But
like
then you're
it.
just limited to that.
Yeah, because like, and the other thing, you have to have internet
Yeah.
because you can't play
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's an
Because,
online only
yeah,
game.
I remember. I think it was the is either Xbox 360 or Xbox One. It was like you have to be on the internet all the time.
Xbox One.
Xbox
Yeah.
One, yeah.
Yeah, when it
It's
was
like
released.
if you don't have internet, it's like, I mean, how are you gonna do it?
My
Yeah.
friend,
And I was like, you know,
our
they
friend,
got rid of that.
Josh,
Yeah.
who lives way out on like a ranch, bought 2 Xbox Ones, one for him and his brother, and
okay,
he has very limited internet out there,
exactly.
and he couldn't even play because it had to take like almost
Hours.
2 full days to update.
Days.
So
Exactly.
so he was just like, just went back to GameStop immediately and just like, somehow he was able to return them
Okay.
full price. He talked him into it.
All right.
I think that's my only
Yeah.
complaint
You got
about
lucky.
new things now. You
Yeah.
have to be on the internet.
Or
Or, like,
you
it
miss
has-
a lot.
Yeah, or you have to play like multiplayer with different people.
When the Xbox One came out, like the person in charge of Microsoft's gaming was like being interviewed. Is like, so what do you suggest
Oh,
for
yeah.
people who don't have easy access to the internet? And he just I don't remember what he said specifically, but he essentially just said like, ha, that sucks for you.
He said,
Like a douche.
he
Was it
said,
like,
Major
Wow.
Nelson
I
that
remember
said
what
that?
he said. He said, oh, we already have an Xbox for that. It's called Xbox 360.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
being flippant about like people who want to buy his new system.
Exactly.
And he's like, yeah, we want the new one.
Was it Major Nelson that
I
said
mean,
that,
is he
or somebody
still?
else?
It
is he
was
still an employee?
a
there?
big wig.
It was
I don't know.
Microsoft Vice President Trent Reznor.
Yeah, from Microsoft.
Is he the guy with the smug face all the time or something?
Ooh, Trent Reznor?
Oh, the guy who wears like t-shirts.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch Microsoft.
I mean, okay, going by that person, is he still working there? Or
I don't know. I don't watch Microsoft.
Nice.
What's your favorite Microsoft game?
Minesweeper.
I was just about to say that.
I like
Egbert.
3D pinball.
Egbert.
That was my
Never
second
mind.
choice.
The 3D putt-putt golf.
Papa.
On
yeah.
play that one.
Microsoft Word.
Microsoft Paint.
Solid.
Oh, the game you can find
Solitary.
in Microsoft Excel if you go all the way down. Anyway,
We don't like Xbox.
Well,
MS Paint.
I guess
Well,
no.
I'm gonna cut that part.
Okay.
So you've just been playing Overwatch?
Pretty much.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I stopped playing Overwatch for like a week or two. I've been
Oh.
meaning to get back in.
Dude, me
I
too.
stopped playing for like 2 days, and then I came back in and I felt super rusty.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna. David, what games have you been playing?
So recently I've been playing Pokemon Black.
Oh,
Good on you.
it's an
Yeah.
older one.
Yeah, it's an older one on my newer 3DS, which I recently just bought.
Yeah.
I decided to upgrade from a regular 3DS XL to a new 3DS XL
A new 3D.
because the
The
difference.
new 3DS. Because it has
Amiibo.
no in the title.
Yes.
Teaser.
But yeah, I've been playing that. It's pretty interesting. It's very cool seeing how the graphics are meant for like the DS,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that's the one that takes place in Pokemon New York. How like X1
Yeah.
takes place in Pokemon France.
Mhm.
Going by Pokemon.
And the new one takes place in Pokemon Hawaii.
Yeah.
Alola.
Yeah.
Which is
Alola.
one letter away from Aloha.
Uh-huh. Going by
Uh,
Pokemon games, what was the very first one you played?
The very first one I played was Pokemon Leaf Green. It was a
The Game Boy Advance
Yeah.
one.
not the Game Boy Advance. I had one of my friends at school gave me a
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
what's the word?
It was like
an
an
emulator?
An emulator.
Oh.
An emulator for the computer, and I decided to play.
I don't condone that.
I decided to play.
We here at
Green
Mystery
Out of
Box Podcast would always advise that you go out and buy games.
Buy it.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
I mean, he bought it, then
Yeah.
he just shared it with me.
Wink, wink.
No, it was actually Tyler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tyler Looper.
Ah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Tyler, you just got called out live on the podcast.
What's up, Tyler? I haven't seen you in like years.
Anyway, we're calling the
I love you,
cops
man.
on your ass.
But yeah, the first Pokemon game was Pokemon Leaf Green. I, for some reason, decided to play that one first.
That's a good
And
one to
then a
start.
huge leap forward, I decided to play Pokemon Y whenever released.
You got Y?
Yeah.
Y.
I think I got X.
Yeah,
Did you
Yeah.
get X?
I got X.
Yeah, you and Mark got X, and
It's a cooler letter.
Yeah.
you're
Absolutely.
And a number. I guess X is technically.
Yeah.
10. I believe the X storyline was like a lot more happier tone towards the legendary. Where like
It actually changes the storyline?
yeah,
Well, sort of.
because like in X, the legendary Pokemon, its whole ability is to give life to fallen Pokemon and resurrect them or whatever. In Y, the legendary, whenever it's close to death, it just takes in all the life force from everything around it and then cocoons itself.
So essentially, X was Jesus and Y was the harbinger of
Akira.
death. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's why I named
Yeah.
the legendary whenever I caught it. It was like either the
Akira.
harbinger of death or the devil himself.
Call it Tetsuo. I remember the X one. The
X.
green snake. I never remember his name.
That's
It
Z.
starts with an X.
That's Z.
It's Z. It's
Or Z.
Zygrade.
I named him Xerox.
That's what I named Xernus.
Xernus.
Yeah. The dear Jesus.
Oh,
okay.
maybe I called him Xerox.
Going by what you just said, my friend Daniel, he got me into Pokemon. Not you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He okay.
Well,
you,
good for him.
Yeah, but you
Get out.
You're the one who actually
Betrayed.
like showed me the stuff about Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm the one that taught you
Yeah.
most of the
So
stuff.
like
you
he just
needed.
like, hey, here's a game.
Here's a game. Play it.
What is it? It's like, it's Pokemon. Pokemon, which one?
Pokemons 2.
Ruby, Sapphire. What's the green one? The
Emerald.
Emerald. Yeah. I really wanted that.
Rayquaza.
Emerald?
Yeah. But
Yeah, there was like the link between
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
They
Ruby
combine
and
them.
Sapphire.
But I actually bought the Ruby version on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, because you still have a Game Boy,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Haha.
cool.
Yeah, it is. I love it.
Don't sell your games.
No.
You'll miss
No,
them.
no, no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
we
man.
got rid of.
I'd make that mistake.
Yeah, we had a Nintendo 64 with like loaded down with games. We also had a GameCube, like launch GameCube, with
Also
a bunch
loaded
of
up
games.
with
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
like
I
our
know.
parents just decided for us that we can't have too many games, and so we had to give them away. So we gave away our GameCube with Smash Brothers Melee and a bunch of other
yeah.
really good games
That
to our
sucks.
cousin, and I never saw them again.
Melee is expensive now.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
so expensive. It
As
was
we saw at the convention.
worst decision of my parents' life. I say that because it wasn't my decision at
Go
all.
ahead and make
Yeah.
make that decision for
And I believe with our 64, it was given to our, I believe, youngest cousin.
I got a 64 now.
And he immediately, I think, sold it to get an Xbox.
Ah.
So we just got free
Ah.
money.
Jeez,
Essentially,
that
yes.
But,
An
okay.
Xbox?
Going
What a
by that,
mistake.
You
I
didn't even
got
get the
64
360,
now.
you just got the old one.
Welcome to Xbox
Yeah.
Gatecast. So is that
We don't
the-
hate you, Xbox. Please don't sue us.
Is that the
No.
only game you've been playing?
It's not. I've also been playing Kirby Planet Robobot.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of like got halfway through and then stopped to play Pokemon,
Yeah.
and then I've just been engrossed in that.
Okay.
But good Kirby?
It is. It's really good.
It looks really good.
I do like the fact that there's two variants of the power ups that you can get.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
the normal Kirby gets the power up, and now the
Yes.
He's now the
Is there just two versions of every power up?
yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that. And Kirby 64, you could like combine power ups.
Mm-hmm.
So you could get sword and flame, and then get a giant flaming sword.
Yeah.
Really?
That was the same
And
thing
so
in
there was
Squeak
a-
Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried doing that in
Nintendo
Planet
64?
Robobot. Didn't work.
Yeah, that's gone. I don't know when it stopped being the way, but it's not. It's not Robobot.
They kept adding more abilities, and it just came too much.
Oh, really?
I haven't played. I think the last new Kirby game was like Kirby Mass Attack, the one where you have 10 Kirby's.
Oh yeah.
You have to use a stylus. That one is hard.
I believe the last one was actually
Triple Deluxe
Clay, Kirby Clay or whatever.
That's the one that came out before.
Oh really?
I didn't play it. Oh. I haven't played Return to Dreamland, the one on the Wii either, which like the first like new 3D Kirby game that kind of started it all. And then they had the Triple Deluxe, and then the robot one, and they all kind of look the same. But yeah, I haven't played Kirby in a while, and that new one looks really good.
It's a very fun game, and you're always happy no matter what.
Yeah, it's hard to be angry playing that game.
Frank, have you played any games
besides Overwatch?
Besides
Overwatch, I love that game. Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch is really fun.
Yeah, it is. But in my spare time, like I was saying, the Game Boy Advance, I've been playing like old games. The first one I like looked back on was the One Piece one. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember borrowing that from you a lot, and it was really fun.
Yeah,
it took so long to beat the last level.
The last one was Smoker. I didn't even know who it was. I was like, who's the smoky guy with the like arms flying at me? So why can't I beat him? Because
Chase White.
Yeah,
Chase arms.
White. But going by the game, I played the game first, and it was because with the Game Boy game, the One Piece game, I forget what it's called, but I think it was mostly based off the.
It was based off from episode 1 to, I guess,
Logtown. No, not Logtown. Like when they were going into the Grand Line.
I don't know anything about one.
Yeah.
The East Blue Saga.
It was that entire. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. But the very best game I played so far, right now, is Dragon Ball GT.
I was about to say, don't you dare say Overwatch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful game, but still.
Yeah, it is. But Dragon Ball GT.
On the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, on the Game Boy Advance.
SP,
yeah. I just loved how in the game you can go to the different worlds, because in GT it's not canon, or
it is canon.
The way
Super's going, it's not really canon.
No, going by Super is like the official. This is what happens in Dragon Ball Z after it, blah blah, and then with GT, it's like. Yeah. I want to say it's like another universe.
A good what if story.
Yeah, a good what if. Yeah, I still love it, but like there were parts in GT I understand why people like, this is stupid. Why did you do this?
Expound on that, because like you guys talk about that all the time. It's like GT's not canon. What makes it not canon? Exactly.
Basically, the thing is GT when it was being made, Toriyama wasn't directly making it. No, he was a consultant.
Yeah, just a consultant.
But he still created all the designs for Trunks and Pan and Goku.
But it's kind of like Stan Lee stuff. Now he's like Stan Lee.
He's like more of an overseer than like somebody.
Just a cameo.
Huh?
Yeah, because he's not like, okay, kids, do this.
And his lack of direction makes it obvious in GT. It's like
kinda.
I mean, it looks pretty much like a fan made thing.
Really?
But like, I mean, there's still. There's still story, but like going by the first arc, I can see like why people hated it because it was going by the thing in the very beginning of GT. It was Goku. He was training Oob. It was like
Oob,
reincarnation of Majin Buu. Yeah, man. He was an Indian boy.
I don't watch One Piece or Dragon Ball, and these names are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oob and Logtown.
Yeah, but
White Chase.
Podcast question of the week. What's your favorite Oob moment?
Oob.
Email us at themysteryboxcast@gmail.com. Insert type 4. Hit send.
And to all your kiddies watching Super, it hasn't happened yet, but at the very end of Dragon Ball Z, you meet. You already met Pan, which is Gohan and Vidal's. Okay, I get it. You don't care.
His name's Pan.
Yeah,
and the last guy's name was Oob.
But,
oh my god.
Oob, he comes at the very end of Dragon Ball Z, And then with GT, he becomes Majub. He absorbs.
Okay, with the names, it makes sense with the characters when you watch the show.
Because, I mean, okay.
I'm sure it makes sense.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Oob is like the big, fat, pink...
No,
that was Boo. Or that was Majin Boo.
That's Boo, you idiot.
Big pink.
Basically, he was all evil.
You don't know anything about Oob.
I'm sorry.
Okay, going by Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball, going by Akira Toriyama, was mostly about magic and adventure. Because, like...
An actual kung fu.
Yeah, an actual...
yeah, that's
like,
obvious.
This is a kid's show. It's like
Watching
mystery stuff. But, like, with Dragon Ball Z, it was like... Testosterone. We gotta go. Woo! Let's fight. It's like, you know, just a giant pump up.
Yeah, there's an obvious shift in direction.
Because Akira Toriyama, he didn't know, like, what he was gonna do. Because
so much
so
that he forgot a character.
Yeah, he forgot so many things.
Who was the character that he forgot?
Okay,
Launch.
So in Dragon Ball and the first 4 episodes of Z, there's a character named Launch who is a dual personality type.
Yeah,
that when she sneezes, she goes from super nice to shooting you with a machine gun. She pulls out of nowhere evil.
Yeah.
And after like episode 4 of Z, she's just gone.
Right?
Yep. Because Akira Toriyama, who forgets, and she was like one of the main characters in Dragon Ball.
Wow.
But going by my headcanon, is that what it's called?
Yeah, headcanon.
Yeah. I want to believe she stayed with Tien.
Well, apparently, the last thing you see of her is with the natives at the very end, or at the very bottom of Korn's tower.
Yeah.
And that's about
Corn?
Podcast question of the right now. What is the most ridiculous anime name that you've ever come across?
I just heard it. It was corn.
Well, I mean, you yourself personally, like I would have said pepperoni from Dragon Ball Z, but
There's
I didn't.
a guy named Pepperoni.
There's a guy named Pepperoni.
I know they're all named
no.
off food, but it's
Yeah, they are.
Because in Japan they were named after Japanese foods, and then whenever it was being dubbed, it was dubbed over as American foods.
Yeah.
So you get like enemies like pepperoni and tomato.
I think my favorite anime name is
I wouldn't say that.
Robert Edward O. Speedwagon.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we can.
REO Speedwagon.
Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure loves its
JoJo.
American music references, and
a lot of them don't make sense.
No.
one of the best. There are 2 really good ones, and that's Robert E.O. Speedwagon and Esadesi, which is somebody who's like an Egyptian, I think.
Yeah.
And his name is Esadesi, and if you say it correctly, it's AC/DC.
Yeah.
I
love how they like make references to.
They're all musical references. That's why it wouldn't come here for a long time. Is because they had all these licensing issues, and Araki was like, "I don't want to change the names."
Yeah.
Which then they did for the video game.
We can spend all day talking about ridiculous names in JoJo, but I'd say shampoo off of Ranma.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Shampoo off of Ranma.
One of my personal favorites is Fried Ricer from Fighting Foodons.
Fried Ricer.
Oh, I haven't even mentioned Bobo.
Oh, yeah.
From the
show.
I can't think of words.
Speaking of weird anime names, I still love Krabby Patty.
So Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, best Street Fighter. As we all know.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm glad my Dreamcast is working though. I want to get more games for it. I've also been playing Mario Maker again. I love that game.
On the Wii U?
Yeah.
How many Hell games have you played?
A lot. I made a level called Mario Goes to Hell and Back. Where he does just that.
He never really leaves.
Well, I've been having fun.
It's an endless loop.
I've been having fun going to one of my friend's house because he has the game and being like, "Oh, I made a new level," and it's like, "Oh no," because he's really not good at them. And I made one called Lock Picking Puzzle, which is I made like a giant working padlock, which if you hit the blocks in a certain combination, it'll trigger a shell to like fly off, and if you hit the right combination, it'll trigger a bomb to explode and basically open a path, and if you don't do it right, nothing happens.
That sounds very complicated.
That took a long time to figure out.
Sounds
Yet
like
at
wood.
the same time, incredible.
Yeah, and then you can totally beat the level by guessing. But if you want the combination, you have to go through a whole maze to find a hint.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It is not that. That level took like 4 hours to make, and it sucks because the gamepad has like a battery life of like 3.5 hours. So I had to keep like charging it for like a little bit and then picking it back up. I hate that.
What I usually do with the Wii U gamepad is I take the charger and just put it at the bottom and just hold it against my chest.
I guess you just plug it in, but
It
was 4 a.m. I really wanted to finish that level. And then Miitomo I downloaded, and I got Mark and David to start playing it.
It's, again, I've said this before, it's not really much of a game.
Not really.
It's more of just like a social network.
It's
like The Sims.
It's an app made by Nintendo.
It's essentially what you do is the game asks you a question, then you answer it, and then you share it with your friends, and then they like or comment on it or whatever, and it always has that
that's right.
weird, that silly Nintendo speak.
It's a lot like
That's an actual game.
It's a lot like Tomodachi Life, but you get one me instead of a whole apartment, and it's more social. The only thing I wish they had is if you could like ask your own questions.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be funny. That's just a funny game.
Yeah. There are like two different people in Miitomo, and that's just people who answer the questions straight, and people who answer those questions is like one-liners.
Like me.
And those are always really fun.
Yeah. Miitomo mileage really depends on how many friends you get playing it.
Yeah.
The more friends you can get playing it, the more fun it's going to be. Also, you can dress up your Mii in outfits.
So there's something.
There's something. It's a dress-up game.
Yeah,
Very nice.
But yeah,
it's personally what I do on Miitomo is whenever it asks me a question, usually it's more on relationship advice or something like that. I usually just take that question and answer it just completely out of left field. Like, here's one for example.
Oh, you got it right up there.
Yep.
He's too proud.
Let me see if I can pull up mine.
So the question is, what was your first crush? I answered, I performed the finishing move, the crush, in 2006.
I gotta look through notifications first. I didn't plan this. Let me see. Go ahead and read some of yours while I
Okay,
find
let
some
me
good ones.
try to find another one. Somebody else stall for a bit, I guess.
Okay. Well, I just there's one that's
Okay.
like, who's your favorite fictional character? And I wrote Seamus Aran, and then the comments like, by the way, I typed Samus, and it auto-corrected. Seamus Aran.
I mean, it's yet another imaginary character. Another one.
It's fictional.
Another one of the questions that it asked me was, at what age did you pick out and buy your own clothes for the first time? My answer was 22. I'm 18. Currently.
So, we're gonna get there. What's something you'd like to see sold in a vending machines?
Yep.
All right.
So this is what you're missing out on.
Yeah, right.
If you don't have Tomodachi.
Yeah, that was just a couple examples.
I mean, Miitomo. I can't.
I believe it's currently
3 different
free.
names.
I believe it's currently free on the App Store right now.
It's
the right
free
price,
and never gonna be not free. And
you do need your own Nintendo code or whatever. Yeah.
I don't even think you don't even need a Nintendo.
You don't need a pre-existing one. You could just make one.
You can
really?
sign in with Facebook, I think.
Oh.
And it's free and there's no microtransactions, so before you
yet.
start complaining.
Not yet. Yeah.
Well, there's in-game money and.
Yeah, that's a microtransaction. If you run out of coins, you could buy more. And
really?
Yeah, I did that.
More Bitcoins.
I've never run out of coins.
Did you really?
Yeah, I bought like $1's worth. Actually, less than $1.
It's just $1.
It's just $1 of my money. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Worth $1 makes you laugh.
All right.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well.
And then I guess the next thing on my list was new games. Is there any new games you're looking forward to?
I believe you guys covered it pretty thoroughly in your E3 podcast.
Yeah. There are 2 games recent games that I want to get that I didn't mention. There's a hashtag Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Which Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, most complicated title.
Yeah.
Which roughly translates to Dance Idol Fire Emblem, whatever.
Dance Idol Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei, kinda.
So for a very long time, this game was being rumored as not rumored. Well, there was a lot of
that's
banter about it.
It was originally advertised as crossover between Shin Megami Tensei and the Fire Emblem universe, and the trailer showed a bunch of SMT characters and Fire Emblem characters. Like, oh, cool! How is this gonna work? Yeah. And then it was silent for like a year and a half. And it's like, is this game coming out or not?
Like,
and they finally showed it. And
guess what? We're idols.
It's idols in modern times, and it kind of reminds me of Persona more than anything.
It looks like Persona.
It is an Atlas game, and then mixed reactions. I still think it could be fun. It looks silly. I don't think Mark's really into it.
I'm not into it.
He's expressed this to me.
Well, I mean, I was excited for the prospect of Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei.
A lot of people were.
I love Fire Emblem, and Shin Megami Tensei is a game series that I've been wanting to get into, so I thought this would be cool. It went silent for a very long time, and when it finally came back, hey, it's about idols. Oh, all right. Yeah, hey, we're not gonna. Hey, by the way, we're not gonna translate it. So there's that too. Oh, okay.
They're not dubbing it.
Yeah, they're not dubbing it. They are translating it. They're subbing it.
It's already out.
It looks fun, but I'm not that interested.
I'm probably gonna pick it up this Friday. So I'll get back to you on my review.
What was the name that you guys came up with for Shin Megami Tensei?
Shimmy Jimmy Timmy.
Shimmy Jimmy Timmy.
It rolls off the tongue way easier.
Hashtag Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Two beloved series.
If this doesn't work out, I'll just cut this part. But there's a trailer that came out for it that didn't help me wanting to get this game at all. It's the worst.
What's the name of this video?
It's just the...
I'm gonna look up this masterpiece.
Mirage Session... Tokyo Mirage Session... Jesus, I hate this title.
It's not a good title, I can admit that.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE trailer featuring DJ Master Seal.
Oh, clever thing about the title. It's TMS, which backwards is SMT.
Oh, sure.
SMT.
So clever. It's stupid.
It's dumb. Alright, so this is just an excerpt from the trailer.
Do you want to do it in his voice?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best.
This is Mark's interpretation of this video.
This trailer stopped any interest of me getting this game. What's up, Internet? Number one Fortuna Entertainment fan DJ Master Seal is now in session. Now, today we're talking about slaying fools like your life depended on it.
Oh.
And as always, this episode is powered by Topic, a thing that doesn't exist, probably in game, but Topic.
Okay.
Are they talking about Hot Topic?
You know, at the mall.
I'm hearing some weird stuff, rumblings through the entertainment about missing artists.
What?
He's hearing some rumblings.
Some rumblings?
Missing artists and some sort of dark force from another dimension. I know, at first I wasn't having it either, but stay woke, people.
Stay woke.
I want to punch this man.
Stay awake.
Stay woke, people. This stuff is
I
real.
don't think that applies to the video game.
This stuff is real. They're telling me these things are called mirages. I don't know if they're demons or just some people with a hang-up or what.
Or just straight up hallucinations.
Yeah,
They look like
real.
demons, so they're probably not people with hang-ups.
That was called a joke. It's funny.
Oh, sure. What else? Hold on.
This is not how you advertise a game.
No, it's
Not at
terrible.
Don't be annoying.
Yeah, don't be annoying.
This is already like a game a lot of people are like very on the fence about.
It's already out.
It is.
Yep.
I don't know if they're demons with the people with a hangout or what, but they will find you, and they will literally suck the artist mojo out of you. I'm serious, dude.
Oh. Well,
And I've got
be serious.
And I got friends who are neck deep in this mess.
Whoa.
And I'm talking about my
Gross.
boy Itsuki, my girl Tsubuya, and shout out to Tomo too.
Tomo.
You know my boy Tomo.
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 And you know DJ Master Seal likes to slay. I hate this trailer.
Go ahead and slam your... There we go.
Oh.
That's my art book.
He wrote an entire transcript.
That's
of the
dedicated
video.
to this whole entire thing.
Actually,
that
I
he
don't
hates.
think that's the whole video.
That's not even the whole video. I couldn't stand listening to the rest of it. That sounds like it's for a little kid's game. It doesn't look like a little kid's game to me.
It's not.
The mechanics are definitely not a little kid's game.
Nintendo, I don't know.
Don't market it as like a little kid's game.
Nintendo's marketing sometimes.
I mean, at the end of the day, just play Fire Emblem or just play Shinigami. Because, like, they already made a crossover. Like, that's not good. So just, like, play the original content.
Yeah, I heard really good reviews about it.
And just, like, make some headcanon.
They
this is what
especially...
it would have been.
Headcanon.
Yeah, advertising aside, the game looks good.
Yeah,
I'll probably eventually play it.
They talk about how good the battle system is.
Yeah.
Which, when they showed that the first time, I was like, ooh, okay, that looks really fun.
Because another reason why I stopped writing down is because they actually started showing like gameplay mechanics, and it looked interesting, so I stopped.
They combined the weapons triangle from Fire Emblem with the whole exploiting weaknesses from SMT.
Really?
Yeah.
That
so
sounds cool.
that game came out last week, and then yesterday, the new Jojo game came out. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Eyes of Heaven, which I had no idea this was coming out this week.
I didn't even know it was coming out.
Yeah.
JoJo has games?
Yeah, it does.
JoJo has games. I think it's safe to say me and Mark are both gonna get this game.
Yeah.
And so next podcast we'll talk about it. But basically, it's a crossover with all the Joes from every part, and they gotta stop Super Dio. Dio's back.
Is it Dio and his sons?
There's Dio from part 1, Dio from part 3, Dio's son from part 5, alternate Dio from part 7, and now
Super
like
Dio.
Heaven Dio, which is they just made a Dio to be the final boss.
Does it also include the original Dios from the original series?
Yeah. Part 1 Dio. Dio Brando and Dio in all caps.
But the punk kid that shows up on the Joestar doorstep.
Yeah.
You play as the kid who has no powers at all. Just a bad attitude.
I'm Dio. I don't like anyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill this dog.
But it's cool. It's cool. You can Danny, no! You can partner with characters and some that have special moves. And so you can actually have part 1 Dio partner up with part 3 Dio and have them use their powers together, and it's really funny.
Oh yeah.
2 Dios. Like one Dio shoots lasers out of his eyes, and then part 3 Dio
Part 3-0
freezes time while he does that, and then you can get like Dio and his son fighting together, which like his son never sees Dio, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you get like weird combinations of like characters who never meet each other in the stories.
Joseph fighting against Josuke.
Oh yeah.
Or fighting with Josuke.
They have like
cool.
lines talking to each other.
Yeah, so it's a weird like Sonic Generations kind of thing where the storyline has like all of like the different time periods coming together.
The JoJo games are really good about like fan service and having like references everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, but subtly.
Yeah.
Like so subtly that like there's parts in the game where you have a drink at the cafe and they just recreate like very small panels from the manga where like I guess in part 4 there was a part where Josuke drinks a cup like this, so we'll recreate it.
It's so lovingly
stuff you wouldn't
made.
even think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the JoJo games are really good at satisfying the fans. So I'm really excited to play it.
Yeah. If you live in Europe, you get a physical copy. If you live anywhere else, you get a digital download.
Well, Japan, they have physical too.
Oh, Japan as well.
So it's just us that gets digital for some reason.
Only America.
Yeah.
But all the DLC's free.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's cool. They just add it with the game.
No, it has to be in a different files.
Well, what happened was in Japan, Part 4 was DLC, and they added it later. So when they brought it here, they still had it as DLC for some reason. I guess because it's easier that way? I don't know. But might as well download. It's free.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's Part 4.
Going by me, I never liked Dio. I still don't like Dio.
You're not supposed to like Dio.
No, I mean
Dio's
just
just
like,
a jerk. That's his character.
As a character,
Dio's whole
I'm still on
motivation.
I'm still like on part 2, or not. I'm not on. I already seen it all.
Yeah.
But like
Part 2 doesn't even have Dio.
I know
Yeah.
the Pillarmen. They
Cars
eat
is definitely
Dios.
Cars is literally invincible.
Yeah.
In order to defeat him, they had to like exile him from Earth because he was too powerful on Earth.
Yeah.
And like Dio's like the main villain.
Yeah.
Correct. And so,
Well, he keeps coming back.
yeah, but like
He finds a way.
I don't know, but I just prefer the Pillarmen.
Do you want to go ahead and stop talking about games and go ahead and jump into JoJo talk?
We've been here.
Okay. So let's just go ahead and talk about JoJo. It is next on the list anyway.
Might as well. We're already neck deep.
Yay.
Neck deep and talk about my boy Itsuki.
It's okay.
All right, never mind.
So we've been, for anyone who's not familiar with JoJo, go ahead and turn the podcast off right now. No,
Don't actually do that.
let's
So I guess we're just going neck deep into spoiler territory.
let's try and sum it up
We
really
could-
fast.
yeah,
That's
okay.
impossible, but let's try.
Okay, we can go by each arc.
JoJo's
And
Bizarre
one.
Adventure is a manga that started in the 80s and is still going on. It has 8 parts, and each, well, it's still ongoing, so there could be more parts after this. But right now it's at 8 parts, and each part consists of like its own story. So like part 3, for example, is like 17 volumes. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's so like part 3 is like its own series, but they all continue off each other. So part 1 is kind of where it all starts and introduces you to like the Joestar family, and that's where Dio comes in, and that's the start of all that, and like vampires, and it's all really weird. Part 1, at least the anime is it's not bad, but it does have a few episodes that are like, get through it. If you've never watched it before, you should at least watch part 1 at least one time to know what's going on.
Yep.
It's only like 8 or 9 episodes, and then part 2 is immediately better.
It just goes.
Part 2 takes place in, I should say part 1 takes place in the late 1800s, and then part 2 takes place in the 1930s, and it stars the main character. Part 1, it stars his grandson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how they all work. Each part they're related. If you want to sum up part 2 really quick.
So part 2 you're introduced to Joseph Joestar, the grandson of Jonathan Joestar, the protagonist of part 1. Joseph is like immediately the exact opposite of Jonathan.
Joseph's cool.
Joseph's
he's really amazing.
cool and very
out there.
He's very humorous and stuff like that. So anyway, so in part 1, you deal with a asshole who turns himself into a vampire, and that's what you deal with in part 1.
That's the villain.
You're
Dio.
You're fighting a zombie. You're fighting a vampire now, and in part 2, you are introduced to the Pillarmen, who you find out are the cause of the vampires appearing.
They eat vampires.
The people who make Dio.
Just so you get the sense of escalation from part 1 from part 2. Part 1 has 1 vampire.
Yep.
Part 2 has men who
3.
turn people into vampires to then eat the vampires.
This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
We should reiterate.
Bizarre.
It's a strange story.
Yeah. Technically, there's 4 Pillarmen, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
There's Santana.
Yep.
But
But like, okay, going by that, Santana, he was like the first one they found. But like, he was pretty much just still a baby. Still
Pretty
like
much.
like a kid compared to like the actual Pillarmen.
Yeah, and
The 3.
he was weak.
Yeah, he
compared
was
to what
weak,
you face later.
But oh man, he just killed Nazis, which was good.
Oh yeah,
But,
it's in the
like,
30s, and like the German army is trying to like use them as like a weapon.
Yeah.
And of course that doesn't work out for them.
Mm.
They're waking these
Nope.
these gods among men and just destroy.
Yeah.
So part 2 is basically like we gotta stop them.
Yeah.
And then part 3 is like a big old journey.
Yeah. Part 3 is a road movie.
Part 3 is like the
We
most.
gotta get to Cairo.
Part 3 is like the most well known. Like when someone mentions JoJo, that's what's gonna come into mind is part 3. That is
Joseph,
the grandson
Or
of Joseph,
Yeah.
which is Jojo.
Jojo.
Dio is come back to life and basically puts a curse on his mom, and in order to save his mom, he's got to travel all the way from Japan to Cairo in 60 days.
Yep.
So it's kind of like Around the World in 80 days, except every now and again these guys want to fight him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's an anime.
Yeah. Going by part 1 and part 2, their powers were Haman.
Oh yeah.
Which was like water power, pretty much like
air power.
Air power, which was
Power of breathing.
Power.
Yeah.
Air. It's an air
yeah.
power that
I
also
mean,
has the power of sunlight.
I guess, which like that's how
Listen.
they defeated the vampires and.
Yeah, that was the only way to actually make a dent into a vampire.
Yep, but then after part 2, just only person who actually still uses Haman, barely,
Is like Joseph.
is Joseph. But like everything after that is stands.
He actually with Joseph, he actually stopped learning Hamon. So
well, after the vampires are gone, you don't really need it.
yeah, true. With Dio still around, so
After part 3, you never see Hammond again.
No,
Haman.
because with Haman, there was a character at the very beginning of part 2, which was in part 1.
Oh yeah, Strizo.
He should have like looked like Speedwagon, like an old man, but like he still looked very young and sexy because of Haman.
Because of
You know.
Well, no, it's because of the vampire. essence.
No, before that.
Did you say?
He was old.
Yeah,
before
no,
that.
it
Did
was-
you say straight tail?
It's
Okay, I thought you were
Strizo.
talking about
Yeah.
Lisa. Spoiler.
No. Oh.
Spoiler.
Let's talk about that later.
Swag.
Spoiler.
It's
fine.
Yeah, Haman is like keep their
Corbin.
age, or like their bodies rejuvenant.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, so part 3 introduces stands, which every part after that uses.
Standards.
And it's basically like a phantom that each character has that kind of represents them.
Mhm.
So like Jotaro has Star Platinum.
Yeah.
He's like super ripped.
There are.
And his main specialty is that he just punches really fast. And like
very
there's,
fast and very precise.
Yep.
yeah, he's super precise. And then Avdol has like
Fire.
The ability to control.
What's his name again?
Fire.
Magician's Red.
Yeah, Magician's Red,
Yep.
who is like a flaming Birdman.
Yeah.
A flaming ripped Birdman.
Yeah.
And they're all based off tarot cards.
Yeah.
Or like,
At least
And-
the names.
Yeah. In part 3, they're all based off of tarot cards, and there's only so many tarot cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then every part after that, they just name them after American
'Cause
rock bands.
I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of confusing because like going by the cards and like by the stands, like say they already have like 8 series. How many
Yeah.
tarot cards are there? How many
Yeah,
stands?
they even run out of tarot cards in part 3. They start
Yeah.
using Greek gods.
Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
Egyptian.
Egyptian.
Yeah. And then, so right now, they're making part 4 in an anime, and it's airing now, and that's about, like,
Unbreakable Diamond.
Diamond is
Diamond.
Unbreakable. Yeah.
You're
And
close.
it's all mysteries happening in this one little town in Japan, at least Stan users are showing
It
up.
feels like a slice of life type.
Slice of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark really hates it because it's just so
Don't
slow.
help me on this.
I'm sorry.
No,
it's
I'm
just
kinda
it's
with him.
true.
But
A lot of
I
people
really
it's
are.
kind of
like it.
boring. But I mean,
you've
Yeah.
only seen the first 5.
yeah.
There's
but, like, I stopped.
it picks up a little bit when like they finally fight Red Hot Chili Pepper. Those 2 episodes are really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
When
they're-
they start fighting, and then soon Yoshikaga Kira, the villain's gonna start showing up, and then
Okay.
with Killer Queen and stuff, and it's gonna get exciting.
Had it been any other show but JoJo, I probably would have stopped watching at this point in part 4. But I know it's JoJo, and I know it will pick up, and I know it
JoJo.
will get better because
Yeah.
it's.
A lot of people say part 4 is one of the best.
I know that's why I'm
Part 4?
sticking around because I
Really?
know
Yeah.
what JoJo is capable of.
Part 2 is great too.
Part 2, in my opinion, is my favorite.
A lot of people
But, yeah.
have that opinion.
But I've only seen a couple.
And then I'll explain the rest really fast. Part 5 I just started reading because the manga is still going. The anime is still trying to catch up.
Yeah.
This one takes place in Italy in 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and the main character is Dio's son. But since Dio stole Jonathan's body, he's technically related to the Joestars too.
Yeah.
Very bizarre, and it's basically about him trying to become this mafia boss, so that once he gains control of the mafia, he can tear down the mafia.
That is cool.
It's really cool.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm excited for when they animate part 5.
Gangster Joesters.
And then part 6, just based off what I heard, part 6 is Jotaro's daughter. She's been framed and is in Stone Ocean and is in jail in Florida. And the main
worst place to be.
hell.
But did
and
she
then
commit the crime?
No, she was set up. And then the main villain is a priest who wants to bring back Dio. Then part 7 is the new alternate timeline.
Western?
So we're in like the Western times in America.
Nice.
And it stars Johnny Joestar and Gyro Zappelli, and they go on a big journey across America. And so right now we're on part 8, which is still ongoing, and it's the most recent one takes place in 2012 in Japan, and it actually ties in, just based off what I heard, it ties in like the recent like earthquake there.
Oh wow!
And like tsunami. And that event apparently created this supernatural phenomenon in Japan.
Really?
What?
Yeah, and that ties into the story.
Wow.
That's still going on 30 years of Joe. Don't watch Jojo. You'll get sucked in. It'll tear your life apart like it has in ours.
Yeah. I mean, I just like, imagine, going by like Dragon Ball Z, or like, they did it like in the, what time, 80s or 90s?
80s.
Yeah, 80s. And so like, imagine if that was like Joestars, or like the Jojo series, like switched it.
Yeah.
That'd be like,
I believe
imagine like everything.
Jojo's picking up now.
Yeah.
I believe the original series of Jojo back in like the 1980s. Sometime
What,
around.
part 1?
Like the
There
original,
was
the
like
very
there
original.
was like a movie or something.
Was it a movie?
I
thought it was
or
a
like
series.
A TV.
No,
like
they made they made part 3 animated, and they tried to do part 1 and 2, and it didn't work out.
Okay.
Until the new anime series.
Okay, I just remember in it, like Dio was like really big, and he was like.
Yeah, that's the part 3 one.
The Wilder. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, that's the part 3 original animation from the 90s. We don't have to talk about that.
No, but it was fun.
But yeah, right now part 4 is airing.
Yep.
What was the most recent episode? Was the Invisible Baby?
Yeah, Josuke finally bonds over his.
Oh yeah, Frank, you're not caught up, so.
What?
Oh yeah, we should probably stop talking about this.
No,
now.
it's okay.
No,
Go ahead.
Joseph is finally back. He's like 80 now.
Yeah, I've seen posts on Tumblr.
He's got a beanie, and
but I mean, going by, he did. That is his child, right?
Yes, Josuke,
so
the main protagonist of part 4.
Oh yeah,
he
Josuke
did have an affair.
Is the illegitimate child of Joseph Joestar.
Yeah,
that makes me sad.
So
Joseph.
So technically, that makes Josuke Jotaro's uncle, and he's younger than Josuke, than Jotaro. I mean,
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
You might even call it bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph's finally back. Everyone's favorite character.
Yep, but he's like an old.
He's old, but he's still cool.
Yeah.
And he just wants to look cool in front of Josuke because Josuke kind of resents him because he wasn't in his life for his whole life.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but like.
And now he's here.
I kind of want to know, like, how did he get there? Like, how did Joseph?
So there's the whole bow and arrow thing.
No, not that. I already know.
No, this is how he gets here.
Oh, really?
They're like, we need someone who would be able to stop him.
Yeah.
So we have the stand user who could help us. And they don't mention he's an old man. So he's like, oh yeah, who's this guy? We gotta protect him. And it's Joseph.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. We get like 3 protagonists in one part.
3 Joesters.
All together.
Mm.
And then next episode, Rohan finally shows up. Which is basically Araki writing himself into the story. Rohan is a manga artist. and his stand is he can basically read what people are thinking. Which is what Araki said in an interview what he want his power to be.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was him writing himself in.
Yeah, Rohan is basically Araki's favorite character for a reason. Because it's him. And yeah, finally he's supposed to show up in the next one. And then the main villain, which we haven't even seen yet, the last 2 episodes you can see him in the background Like,
oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and there's one he's just waiting at a crosswalk. You just see his back.
Yeah, he's just there.
And then in the new one, you only see his hand, like pick up paper. And
I always love
in like
that.
the foreground, and it's like, just
show
him already.
I believe in like the very first episode of part 4.
Oh yeah,
there was like was that him?
The whole separated hand thing.
Oh well, yeah. Besides that,
that's him.
Like at the very end of the first episode of part 4, there was like it was after Josuke like beats the crap out of a guy who was trying to hold up a store or whatever, and there was like a crowd of people, and in the background you could see like one of the main protagonist's best friend characters and his brother in like the very background. They're just there.
They're in the first episode.
Yeah, they're just there. It's
Okuyasu.
Yes.
Billion Boy and Trillion Tom.
I always like that in like movies or any type of media. It's like they have
Part 4 does that a lot.
They always like have the
clues are in
the clues are right in front of you, and like one that the killer is like just right there. You can like clearly see him.
There was a thing in the part 3 opening, because I just rewatched the whole series again, that I never noticed, and someone pointed out online. Do you remember in the fight with Dio, Jojo has like the magnet in his hand to make his hand twitch?
Oh yeah.
So that when Dio gets near him, it twitches. In the opening, there's all the like foreshadowing of how like all the characters, like, spoilers, either get killed or like bad stuff happens to them. In Jotaro's, you can just barely see his hand twitch.
Oh wow.
And it's like, that's something I would have never noticed unless someone pointed it out. Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna like getting at it to the point where it's like there's a magnet in the opening.
It's just a giant magnet. No, I love that about the anime, is that they really studied their source material, and there's a lot of like foreshadowing and stuff that if you've read the manga, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so far JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the only anime that I've seen that's 1-for-1 with the manga.
It is
pretty accurate.
Very, very.
I want to say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's like really.
Oh, is it?
Like
based
on,
to be one with the.
I've never really read that, so I wouldn't know.
It's a good read, but
I'm
it's
pretty
pretty
sure
much
it
the
is.
same.
It's a choice read.
But
top read.
Going off topic, Full Metal Alchemist, the first one I watched it. I didn't like the ending. It's not. It's like
I still need to watch the full series.
Yeah,
I've just seen episodes on and off.
That's the one that's not Brotherhood?
Yeah, the first series, Full Metal Alchemist, they were doing it, but the manga wasn't complete, so it was just pretty much...
they're just making shit up.
Yeah, pretty much the studio was like, let's see what might happen, like, this is their story, and it wasn't good. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but Brotherhood's better.
In every way?
Yeah, pretty much, but like, when comparing...
Because it actually had source material to run off of.
When comparing it, I was like, this is pretty much the same, but like there's different things. Like why is that there and that? And then in Brotherhood, I think the one episode that did not need to be there was episode either 2 or 3.
Oh, I have them memorized. Yeah.
Okay, the one with the dog and the girl.
Oh.
Yeah, the chimeras.
No spoilers on this one because one of us hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I just spoiled a bunch of JoJo. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, oops.
Yeah.
But also, highly recommend it.
I guess we should probably put like a spoiler warning on the video whenever we're editing this.
Minor spoilers. But yeah.
Just don't tune in for the first, or for the
just
mid
a lot of
just
people
completely
already
stop the podcast.
A lot of people already know how
when we get to JoJo,
like the ending of part 3, just because it's so popular, and if you've played like the original Arcade Fighter, a lot of Dio's moves just spoil his whole thing in part 3.
So
his power and all that.
So what I did whenever I first started watching JoJo, Mark was watching it like from the very beginning all the way up to part 3. What I did was I skipped to the very end of part 3 and worked my way backwards.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
Why did you
like
watch
Pulp Fiction? You
Yeah.
watch out of
Oh,
order.
that's a good movie.
Oh yeah, it's just artistic vision. Why
Yeah.
did you watch the last episode first?
Yeah, dude.
A lot of
you
people
even
did
spoiled
that.
it for me too.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I
I
don't
mean,
remember
I was
that.
mentioning
Yeah,
earlier,
you
my
did.
coworker
It's like, oh yeah,
has
this
only
is what
seen the
happened.
last episode of part 3.
He's a smart man, woman. Who was this?
Don't
Yes.
put them in a
Coworker.
box.
Don't put them in a box.
A mystery box. All right.
Brought to you by Mystery Box Podcast.
All right.
in the
I
box.
think we've talked the hell out of JoJo.
Yeah.
what-
If you're not watching JoJo, what's wrong with you? Do you remember that Nintendo presentation where Reggie's just like, if you don't already own a 3DS or planning to own one, what's wrong with you?
Just get it.
I just thought of that.
Yeah, just go ahead and shame everybody.
That's the president to know asking you
But-
what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
JoJo's good.
JoJo's good.
JoJo is good.
Are there any other
JoJo be
animes?
praised. Amen.
You want to go to your
Yeah. So
your segment?
you trigger warning. So yeah, there's a studio called Trigger, and they
Trigger.
They do
They've-
some great animations.
they've been really busy this last anime season. They released 2 shows. One of them being a show called Kiznaiver, and another short series called Space Patrol Luluco.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
the only one I've
yeah.
seen anything
I
about.
watched that.
Yeah, because
Um,
Space Patrol Luluco is so easy to turn into gift sets.
Yeah.
On Tumblr.
Kiznaiver is a very opposite show.
It's like I didn't even know that was still
Yeah.
airing.
I've been meaning to watch it. What is it kind of about?
So I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Without like major spoils.
I guess I should. I wanted to talk about Trigger in general, so
Yeah.
I guess I should start with that.
Like Witch Academia.
So
I haven't seen that yet, but I've seen Kill a Kill,
so
which
good.
is a great show.
yeah, so just giving a rundown of Trigger's animation, like they've done Gurren Lagann.
Well, that was before they were officially called Trigger.
What were
A lot of those people that worked on it would leave
okay.
and form Trigger.
Ah, okay. Well,
Okay.
that explains a couple things I was gonna say
Yeah.
about Space Patrol Luluco.
Oh yeah.
Looks just like it.
So, but they had people predecessors of
Yeah.
Trigger worked on a show called Gurren Lagann, which is amazing.
Yeah, that was still Gynax.
Yeah. So, other than that, there's Kill a Kill. Great
good.
show.
It's
You guys are making me lose my train of thought.
What else did
sorry.
they do? They did
Panty Stocking and Garter Belt.
I
I think it was still Gynax.
Was it really? Oh, well,
Yeah,
then I'm
I
really
think it was
confused.
Gynax.
I think
I didn't
the
care
first
about it.
like official Trigger thing might have been Kill a Kill.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna do research
Was initial
because
D.
we're not about that. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, to forget about the specifics,
Yeah.
Trigger's always been
Trigger's good.
really good, but also very
really
hit or
bad.
miss with me.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, like Gurren Lagann was amazing.
Yep.
Kill a Kill was very good.
It was okay.
And I don't care about penny stocking with Garter Belt.
No.
Well, that's like a joke.
It's a joke,
Yeah.
and so are a couple other productions like
Very artistic joke.
Ninja Slayer,
Inferno
Inferno
Cop, and Ninja Slayer.
Ninja Slayer. That's,
Those two
Yes.
are jokes.
those are
'cause-
straight. Those are straight up jokes.
Because
They don't pretend to be anything else.
their characters are just JPEGs,
Yeah.
and they puppet them around. But so hit or miss, and then came out Kiznaiver and Space Patrol Luluco. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what is
Kiznaiver.
Kiznaiver.
Okay, well, I'll get
to
that.
I really want to know.
So Space Patrol Luluco, I'll say first, is
Yeah.
more of like a celebration of what All Trigger has done.
Yeah, that's basically what I've seen of it. It's like this is all just self-referential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a short series. I think it's about like 3 to 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
And
12 episodes.
Every episode's 3 to 4 minutes
Yeah.
long, and it just follows
short.
Luluco as they get sucked up into a wormhole,
Yeah.
and
Her
they
father.
just end up visiting Trigger worlds. So like one episode
Yeah.
they're in Little Witch Academia, and then another episode they're in the Kill a Kill universe.
And
And
the police thing.
I was gonna mention that it's weird that they didn't touch on Gurren Lagann, but now that you mentioned that there was
Yeah.
Gynax before they were
Yeah,
Trigger.
that's technically not them.
Yeah, so it was really, really good. So Kiznaiver is as a show that they came out with recently.
Yeah, I have no idea what
I
this
really
is
want to
about.
know.
All right, so
The characters look cool.
one of the things that Trigger loves to do is take a genre, and then that has like very set conventions to it, and then flip it on its head. Like whenever they did Gurren Lagann, it's technically a Gundam show, but it doesn't really feel like a Gundam show. It kind of like flips all of that on its head, and it becomes its own original thing. Same thing with Kill la Kill. It's technically a magical girl show, but
Kill?
I know it doesn't feel like it.
Magical girl transformation sequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they take that and then they
really goofy.
Yeah, they flip it around. They make it its own original thing. So there are as another genre where there's just human drama, where it's just like you have all these character archetypes and stuff like that, and then they just like it's interaction character drama. So that's Trigger taking that genre, but with this one, it's messing with it to the fact where they have a system called the Kizna system, where these kids who are hand selected because they fit specific archetypes are taken and forced into a surgery where they all feel each other's pain.
Why?
So.
Yeah, I had no idea this is what this was
I
about.
did not know what that was about.
It's like these are some low-level spoilers. You find this out in the first episode.
Okay.
There's more to come, and it's not really about that anyway. But so they're really being.
Is it like a wristwatch or something?
No, it's like they have like a scar on their arm.
Okay.
It was surgically implanted into each one of them.
Okay.
So they're all stuck together for a summer, and they have to just like deal with these people like testing them.
Is it only pain?
It's physical pain, but they're told, like I said, low-level spoilers. Eventually, that'll start. The connections between them will become deep enough to where they will feel each other's emotional pains.
Okay.
So,
yikes!
Great show. It's very well written.
How long is it? Like
it's 12 episodes. It just ended.
Is it just experiments? Just for the heck of it?
Like I said, it's a character drama. It's not just for the heck of it. You find that out what the deal is.
Why they're doing this?
Yeah, it's for the. Like I said, low-level spoilers. You find out in the first episode that like the system was created to create world peace.
Okay.
And so they're trying it with like a small amount of people.
Okay.
And then
it makes everyone feel what other people feels.
Yeah. So they feel that like if the world were underneath the same system.
Yeah, because
and everybody felt each other's physical and emotional pain, that like they would everything would even out. Nobody would hurt each other.
Because people have like 3 different things: sympathy, empathy, and other one. I don't know what it is.
Super emotion.
Yeah, but like
super emotion
in them, they gotta like feel for the other person.
Yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend it. It's 12 episodes long, so there you go.
See, I always because like that sounds like a really good story, but then like when you actually watch it, not because I've never seen it, because like every time I watch an anime about people in drama, it's like they're just doing it and like they never explain why. Because like you see all these characters like interacting with each other, is like why are you doing this? It's like this is interesting, but like I want to know
what's happening.
Yeah, why am I here? Why am I watching this? Okay, as long as in this show, it tells me it's like why should I care about this? Why do I want to care about this?
Oh, I should mention one of the main protagonists doesn't feel pain at all.
Oh.
So there's also that.
That's sociopath.
Yeah.
It's like the guy from 007, The World Is Not Enough.
Yeah, he's just that.
I don't feel anything. Punches glass.
Prove it.
So is that all the anime?
Yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Do you have anything else?
That sounds interesting. I'll check it out.
I'd never watched Kill la Kill.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. It felt like very goofy, and I didn't feel like I wanted to watch it.
It's a show.
You really need to embrace the goofiness with Trigger shows.
That show is like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
There is a story. It's not.
You just gotta find it.
But like the most
attention.
fun is just like there's just a lot of crazy stuff happening.
Yeah.
Crazy fights, and it's just fun to watch. I mean, it doesn't even really need a story.
No.
Because I just like, it's just fun to watch, which is not something I usually say about a show. Like, the story doesn't really matter, but in Kill la Kill it really doesn't.
No.
See, when you said Magic Girl, I wasn't thinking about Kill la Kill. I was like, exactly when it says like Madoka Magica, like that.
Oh. Well,
like,
Madoka Magica is another show that takes the conventions of a set genre and flips it on its head.
Yeah.
So that's not a good thing to compare this one to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, Sailor Moon. That's
a perfect.
That's the
default.
Trope.
Yeah, that's the default.
Yeah.
That is just straightforward magical girl.
But yeah, so I've never watched Kill la Kill.
You tried it?
I haven't tried it.
You didn't even put your finger in the water.
No.
Okay.
I didn't even try it.
It's a fun show.
I don't know what it is about Trigger. It just looks all very goofy to me. But
yeah, it's a hit or miss.
Recently we watched Little Witch Academia.
Oh yeah,
It
didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's a
Little
30-minute.
Witch Macadamia.
It's a little over 30-minute long video movie, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And it looks amazing, and it
Yeah.
just makes me think like Trigger did this. Trigger,
Thank you.
Trigger, the same people who made Inferno Cop, Ninja Slayer, and Panty and Stocking, and Guard Belt, and all that.
Yep.
It
They can also
makes
do this.
they make goofy things like that, and it makes me just not want to watch them.
Yeah, you see things that like Inferno Cop and sex, violence, and mock speed,
Yep.
and then you look at Little Witch Academia, and then you realize you guys have this much potential,
Yes,
and you're making
potential.
this.
Yeah, well now they're making it
I
into a
mean,
show.
Yeah, so they just announced that they're making Little Witch Academia show, which I'm very excited
that's
about.
Really cool.
I still haven't seen it.
If
Yeah.
they keep up the
Thank you for
the
showing us
production value of the movies, that'd be great.
Another thing involving Trigger is that I haven't watched Gurren Lagann.
Oh,
Not because I didn't
Gurren
want
Lagann.
to, it's because I've never gotten
So,
around to watching
okay,
Oh, yeah, check it
okay,
out.
going
That's a
by
good show.
Gurren Lagann, it's like the first half is with Simone and his big brother
Kamina,
Kamina,
Mhm.
and
the legend.
man, I just like remember.
No spoilers.
Yeah, okay, no spoilers, but like
No spoilers,
Okay,
even
after
though we
the
spoiled
first
all
half-
of JoJo.
Not all of
We're
it.
excited
Okay.
about JoJo.
yeah, JoJo was pretty cool, but going by Gurren Lagann, the first half, it's the characters Simon.
I thought you said
Simone.
I thought you said Timon the first time.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Timon and
Yeah.
Pumbaa
Timon and Pumbaa
and their big
the,
robot
Yep, and the girl.
Named Simba.
and the girl.
I don't know. Katara, is that right?
It's Yoko.
Nala.
Nala.
Mm.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
Yoko.
Oh, more Lion
They
King
got
references.
So many names were
Yeah.
confusing everybody.
Wait, what is? You talking about Lion King or you talking about?
We were
Wait,
talking
it's
about
both.
subject.
both.
But like, they gotta fight the, I guess, monkey race, like monsters,
The Beast People.
Yeah.
beast people, pretty much.
Saiyans.
Yeah.
The Saiyans.
Created by the I guess
Anti-Spiral.
yeah. No, he's
No?
not the anti, right?
What?
Okay.
The Spiral King.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the second half of the show, there's like the
Yeah, the
anti-spiral.
anti-spiral king. Or-
Yeah.
Again, never watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I
Yeah,
like.
the first half is
I like it.
yeah, you like it, and then the second half is like, we gotta go, we gotta get bigger, bigger,
Oh
bigger.
yeah, there's a point
Yeah,
where
Gotta get
lot,
bigger.
It's a lot like it just everything escalates
Yeah.
Mhm.
to
So much
ridiculous amounts
because
of escalation.
There's it's a mech. It's the Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, right?
It just
Or
keeps
the,
getting bigger.
The Gurren.
If I remember correctly from like the little scenes that I've seen, the original Gurren Lagann, which is just a head that they find in the
Yeah.
ground.
A head with arms and
Someone
legs.
just finds it with like a little drill.
It's like
And then later
smaller
on-
than a
Later on,
average
they find
car.
a bigger mech,
Yeah.
and they just
And
take
they
the head of
yeah,
Gurren Lagann
exactly.
and stabs it in the top of it.
Yep.
And somehow that works.
Yep, and then they just keep on going after that. In the second part, it's just like, okay, it's the Gurren Lagann of the world. Now it's the galaxy Gurren Lagann. It's the universe Gurren Lagann. It's
Yeah.
like,
And then it
how
becomes
far are you gonna go?
And then comes the full title.
Yeah.
Tintin Topa Gurren Lagann. Yeah.
I just
It's
love
really cool. I really like
spirals.
I really like shows and series that take place over a long period of time.
Yep.
And
Like
Gurren
One Piece.
Lagann
Like Naruto.
Dragon
like
Dragon
JoJo. and Gurren Lagann has a time skip halfway through it.
Yeah.
Which is really
yeah,
cool.
It was like kind of confusing for me.
You see these characters grow up.
It was
Mhm.
like, how long? Like a 5 or 10 year?
And you see like this main character who's just like kind of like a weak kid.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
I didn't really like.
He becomes the president.
He becomes an adult and becomes awesome.
Yep. He becomes the president of the... Was it 100 people or 1,000? Until that, like, anti-spiral would, like, see, like, those are spiral.
I don't remember. I need
things.
to...
Yeah,
I'm probably
gotta
gonna rewatch it somewhat soon.
Yeah, or 1 million,
It's
I
been
think.
it's been some years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another
really good.
recommendation. Although you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of recommendations, let's go around the room and just talk about animes that we could recommend to each other.
No.
Did we?
Well,
We've been talking about Trigger. I don't think
that's Trigger.
Erling's recommendations.
No.
Well, I recommend Jojo and Gurren Lagann.
Of course.
Mine is Kisnaiver.
Okay.
James, do you watch anime?
Yeah, sometimes.
Don't say My Little Pony.
No.
That's not an anime.
No.
It's animated.
Yeah. Not Cory in the House.
Don't say Dragon Ball Z.
I
That's
guess.
above the all. Core in the house is above.
Cory in the House.
You want to say Heaven's Lost Property?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So, like,
Because you hate harems.
Yeah, I hate it.
Even though that one's not really
I
a harem
hate
at
harems.
Even
all. That one's
though,
not really a harem.
knowing
at
you,
all.
Frank, I felt as though that you would like harems the most.
Yeah, but like, okay.
You just don't like
When
the fact that it's like one guy, a million
No.
girls falling over him.
I mean, I don't care about that, but like, well, yeah, I do. But I just watched so many harem animes before, and I didn't know what they were. I was
So
like,
you're just sick
yeah,
of it.
I was just like watching, like all these shows. I was like, oh, okay, it's the guy, and then there's like a bunch of girls. But then all of a sudden, actually, when I got older, I was like, oh, I get it. I don't like this. This is stupid.
That's why you watch this
dumb.
one, and then you'll
Because,
see why
like,
this one's different.
Yeah, but I mean, with harems, they should just like keep it separate.
Did James even get
anime
the
and
word
hentai.
out of his mouth? You put the words in his mouth, and then he started tearing it apart.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
I didn't even know what he said. He's James.
He just told me like
please
you don't
talk-
like harems.
Yeah,
Please
I
talk
was gonna
about your
say-
show.
Yeah.
What were you gonna? Okay, what is that about? Give us a brief synopsis.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I need to try and remember this. David, you go ahead and continue.
Okay, I guess. Recent anime that I watched was The Lost Village. It came out this season.
Okay.
It's a very weird show. I'm not recommending it because I like... Sorry, we just heard a loud noise.
Yeah. Well, edit that on post.
But it's a weird anime where this group of misfits all get on a bus and they decide to leave society and just live out in the forests. These people are like social outcasts, people who could barely take care of themselves.
Why?
And they just decide to leave the city, go into this village that nobody knows where it is, that people have thought never existed, and they just decide to go there. And then some weird stuff happens to where it becomes more of a supernatural type of anime.
Oh,
Yeah, to where, and
cool.
it's just like it's digging into people's deep dark past that they try to repress.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
I didn't know that's where the show
No,
ended up. I
thought it
remember
was just-
whenever you started telling me about the show, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch the show now." And when you left, when it was over, you came out and you were like, "I think it's about a suicide cult." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna cross that from the list. Don't need to watch that."
I was gonna cross it from my list too, and then I just got pulled right back in, and I decided to watch the whole entire series and get even more confused.
No, wow. I didn't know that show was gonna go there. So.
I even tried, like, what I usually do is whenever I find an anime that I really, really like that came out this season, I usually just, like, finish the episode that it's on, think to myself, this is pretty good, and then try to find the book and try to read ahead.
Yeah. I'm trying to beat the anime.
Yeah, right. You gotta read it before it gets finished animating.
I could not find any sources on this show.
Well,
It's
there's
original.
I guess.
Yeah. There's some anime that are just original.
Yep.
Frank?
Me? Okay. I got two.
Okay.
The first one.
You're gonna say Cupcake Girls Gone
Cupcake
South.
Girls Gone South.
Let me tell you why I don't like Cupcake Girls Gone South.
Here's my favorite show.
How'd you know?
Cupcake Girls
No.
Gone South.
No, I was
For the
gonna say.
winter.
Okay, the one I'm watching right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna talk about in a second. The first one.
Okay.
Is,
Okay.
the first
A lot of
one is
setup.
Erased.
Oh yeah,
Erased.
Erased.
Erased was really good.
Okay.
Another series that I read had.
I want to say that's in my top 3.
Yeah, that was a really
favorite anime
really
I've ever seen.
I think we can give
that's beautiful.
It's really hard to recommend that show because
you gotta.
The best part of it is like a huge spoiler.
Yeah. Okay. Erase is pretty much a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Or.
It's a
Mr. E.
It's a supernatural.
Yeah, it's a supernatural. Okay.
Mystery. You want me to take it away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it away.
It's like kind of hard not to spoil.
All right. Really hard to describe it in a way that's interesting without spoiling the thing that happens at the end of the first episode. So the main character has some sort of ESP where he can. Well, it's not. It's more of like a.
Please, David.
Please
leave the room.
Editing that. The main character has. The main character has a sort of ESP where he can. Something bad could happen, and it's more of like a flash forward.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Like. He could sense something is off, and then get sent back a couple minutes. His consciousness gets sent back a couple minutes.
The thing that triggers it is the butterfly. Right?
Well, it's like a visual key.
Okay, yeah.
It's a visual key for the audience.
Okay, yeah.
So his consciousness gets sent back a couple minutes, or however long it takes for like him to be able to stop whatever thing is off. For example, one of the first things that happens is he sees a butterfly and then he gets sent back in time. So he's looking around like what happened, and then he sees like there's a driver who fell asleep and he's still driving.
No, he didn't fall asleep.
He actually had a heart attack.
Yeah, he had a heart attack.
Okay, well he's not conscious, and then now he has that. Now that he had been sent back, he has the ability to go out and stop him from causing an accident that happens in the future.
Okay, but there's side effects. Whatever whatever the bad stuff that happens between that time, he gets back the same amount of
usually
damage, because like since he saved the boy, he got hit by a car.
Yeah, usually whenever he goes back and changes something,
it's kind of karmic.
Yeah, it all comes back to him. So
it usually doesn't end well for him.
No.
So
because
so this is where the spoiler comes in. So the thing is always that he gets sent back far enough for him to be able to stop whatever happens.
Yeah.
So at the end of the first episode, his mom gets murdered. And
that's a giant spoiler.
And
but,
and he gets sent back 20 years.
20 years. He's 31.
Yeah, he's like 31, and he gets sent back into his like 9-year-old body.
Yeah.
And so now he's just 9 again. And now he's like a 30-year-old inside of his own 9-year-old body, and now he's trying to solve the mystery of like what caused all of this to happen. And my mom got murdered 20 years from now. It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Weird.
Yeah. I looked up the manga. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold.
I wanted to talk about this.
Yes.
Whenever Erased came out in an anime format, it was coming out around the same time that the manga was still updating, and it was kind of close to the end.
Yeah.
So whenever Erased, the anime version of it,
finished,
was coming close to an end, so was the manga.
Yep.
So with the anime, they didn't have any reference on how to end it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of
like our first episode. We just didn't know how to end it.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Alchemist.
They had between the two, they had like the same premise of what happens and how they figure out how everything happened and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't want to spoil it.
I'm trying my best not to.
It just
but
gets solved.
It's like two different things.
It just gets solved.
It's
don't even worry about it.
There's two different scenarios and two different ways on how they went about in solving this case, I guess. It's just very different on both parts.
But at the very end,
cool,
like the
So
very end, it's the same.
Alternate
with like the girl and the
it's
snow.
It's ultimately the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you decide to watch Erased or read Erased, I recommend you do both.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of differences in both.
Okay, going by the anime, there's only 12 episodes or 13?
12.
Okay, yeah. Going by the manga, there's like 48?
84.
84, yeah.
84 chapters,
so
and
it's
I read them all in a
really
week.
expanded. So, if you love Arrays, read the books.
Yeah, because with Erase, with the manga, it took its time to actually explain what's going on, what's happening, how this happened, and all that. Whereas in the anime, it just
shows you.
It shows you it in various
you gotta,
points and pictures.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
So I mean, going by the debate between which one you should rather watch, the manga or read the manga or the anime, do both. That's my opinion.
So that's your recommendation?
Yeah. And Ray Zero.
Oh God, we didn't even talk about ReZero.
We'll
save it for later because we are.
Yeah.
This is the longest.
We talked about anime.
But, okay.
A lot.
Which is a bad decision bringing us all on.
Yeah. But
let's bring all these anime fans in one room.
Okay. I really want to compare the very last episode of Ray Zero to the very last episode of Gangsta.
ReZero's still going. Oh, you mean the most recent?
Yeah, the very last.
Okay.
Because it's 24 episodes, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Haven't seen either.
Because
go on.
Okay. Okay, with Gangsta, it's. I'm not gonna explain it. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you. Yeah.
Gangsta is based off of gangs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Enough said.
I'm gonna check my email real quick.
And so, when watching Gangsta, the beginning, it was like, oh man, this is really good. I'm gonna keep watching it, and then you keep watching. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. And the very last episode is by far my worst experience with an ending ever, because it did not end. It just showed him in the grass. It was just laying there.
He's dead.
Well, no, he's not. It's the worst cliffhanger because there is no second season for that.
Well, you're comparing something that doesn't have a second.
I know, but I already knew this, but I just wanted to compare it because if it just ended on that episode, it was like, this is terrible.
But it didn't.
And then it didn't, but
The thing is, anime usually just has, whenever you're animating something, it usually has a certain amount of budget in order to make it into a series.
Yeah.
So, Inanimate. That's what I thought you were about to say.
So, pretty much, Gangster just ran out of the budget. Out of everything they did, they just ran out. So they couldn't finish.
Yeah. It's... the ending's terrible.
There might be a second season. They
probably not. No.
There probably will be.
Nah, dude. I mean, with anime, because you never know about anime. Excuse me.
And that ends Frank's section. James, did you think about the title of that one?
You got it.
Okay, so I'm going to go and not recommend Heaven's Lost Property just because I can't remember the story because it's been so long.
Don't let Frank shame you.
Don't
let him shame. Don't shame.
Shame. Shame.
I'm going to recommend Bigata HK Yamada's first time.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Can you repeat that?
Bigata HK Yamada's first time.
Can you spell it?
BGATA.
You don't have to do that.
What's it about? Very quickly.
So.
And can you compare the ending to another anime I haven't watched?
Could you compare the ending of that to something that hasn't ended yet?
Let's see.
And then I'll check my email again.
All right.
3:14. Okay. It is 3:14 a.m. right now.
Go ahead.
Cool. Okay, so
fun fact.
Without getting into spoilers for the end, basically it's a young Yamada who's now 13 wants to get it on with every boy in the 100 guys just because she's now of age in Japan. And
that's the important part.
Yeah. Yep. Then she can't find a single person at all. Then she finds one guy who kinda, not really, awkward moments happen.
He's on the line normal.
Yeah.
Borderline normal.
Then basically comedy ensues, and it's a good one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's a silly one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frank, nice, concise, short.
What?
To the point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going by the first episode of Big Guy HK.
Hashtag anime shaming.
You should shame me, but you should. I don't care.
Anyway, we talked about anime for a year.
All right, so thank you for letting us talk your ear off once again. We're gonna shut it down.
Well, I do have a few things I want to say.
Oh, okay. I'll cut this part.
This is a new segment we call...
the ending.
We have social media now. Follow us.
The whole segment.
Well, actually, what did we say? Next episode, we will have played the new Jojo game. Me and Mark, at least. And we'll tell you our thoughts on that. You can follow us on Facebook. We're going to have all the links in the description every episode. We have the Twitter set up now. I think it's at Mystery Box. I think it's a mystery_boxcast.
Come on, James, you set this up.
Listen.
You did this.
I can tell you the password if you want. And we got a Tumblr too. We're going to be tumbling. But yeah, actually do send us legitimate emails.
We need them.
Our email, one more time, is themysteryboxcast@gmail.com. That's also going to be in the description. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. You can follow us on things, and then you can also subscribe, and that way you'll know when the new podcast is up. Yeah, was there any final thoughts? Things we didn't get to?
Ones that aren't shouting.
This podcast is going a little over time, so.
Alright, no, I'm good. Anybody else?
I'm glad this file recovered itself.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to re-record the first 25 minutes again.
I almost forgot that happened.
Yeah.
We've been a very different podcast. We'd all had to have been like faking, like repeating ourselves again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, you went to Dallas?
Yes.
Tell me about
that's
it.
amazing.
I didn't know this.
That was a 3-hour drive.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Alright, well.
Yeah. All technical difficulties aside. Another perfect podcast in the bag.
Hopefully, in the next podcast, your computer won't update.
Yeah, thank you, Windows 10.
Thank you.
Buy a Mac.
Are we gonna like sign out each person?
No.